Okay, this knife was given to me by my dad 21 years ago. My dad worked for a big multinational corporation, and they had this safety program. They have a catalog, and if you reached your goal, then you can pick a gift. And so my dad saw this Puma, and he chose that. And as soon as he got it in, he gave it to me. This Puma is very sweet. In fact, I was looking at it this week, thinking it's almost perfect in its styling, at least, I think. It's a sport tech. It's the number is let's see, 230246. There's one that's a 45. I've seen these online. The 45 is a clip point, where this is a drop point. Honestly, no offense to Puma, but the clip point's ugly. This drop point is beautiful, and I've seen them, dating back to 1989 or something like this. I got this around 2000, and so I don't know the age of it. But let me tell you the story. When this came into the HR department or whatever, my dad was told to go pick it up. He had a package. The lady at the desk said, "My, that must be some kind of pocket knife. That cost us $100." Well, I'd never had $100 knife before, and my dad just gave this to me, and the design is wonderful. It's a Zytel thermoplastic with an overlay. I don't know if that's aluminum or if it's a sheet metal. I don't know how they make these knives. Nice backlock, really good backlock, good opening. It can be open one-handed if I had to. Closing it one-handed is not quite the same. I have to do it with two hands. Great design. Might be just a little thin, but otherwise it just fills my hand wonderfully. And my dad's telling me that I've got $100 pocket knife, and came with this sheath, and I put it away. I just wanted to admire it. I didn't want to use a $100 pocket knife, not when I have $25 knives to use. I get to looking this up, and it was probably Smoky Mountain Knife Works, because that's where I shop when I'm looking at knives. I love their online presence. They've got a great online catalog and all that. And I looked this knife up. This Sport Tech, Puma Sport Tech 230246. And in the catalog, it's $30. So next time I see my dad, I said, "Dad, that $100 pocket knife they gave you," I said, "I love the knife, but it's only $30. And my dad starts laughing his head off. And he tells me the story. He said, "Your grandfather was so union." My grandfather, my dad's dad, was a union man all of his life. He was actually held positions in the union, and he was convinced that the way that big corporations advanced in the world is they gave each other price breaks and stick it to the unions and to the little guy. And he's laughing because he said that $30 knife cost my company $100. Nobody was giving them a break. And I thought that was funny. My grandfather was my hero. I lived next door to him when I was a kid, and spent some summers with him when I was older. And I love my grandfather. When my dad told me that story, he said my grandfather would never believe that the company paid so much over price for that knife. But I love this Puma. I have carried it since then, since I found out it was only a $30 knife. Although these days I see it online, the auction houses and stuff like that. I've seen it on PickClick and eBay and stuff. People trying to sell them anywhere from $40 to $120. And I just like it. I like the design. I like knives for being a sharp piece of steel that I can cut things with, and a good design to hold in my hand and looks good. And that's what this Puma does. I hope you'll subscribe. I thank you for watching. I hope share your stories. We enjoy reading them. Thanks.